Well, hello. I was going to take you through my process. This time of year especially, this is the worst time of year for me. When it comes to making sure that all my plants are ready to go into fall and winter, and I'll show you why, I'll show you what I look for, because this sets up the health and the welfare of my plants to come out in the springtime being as healthy and making it through in the best way possible. This is the time of year where everything knows it's dying, bugs and everything else. They're going to be laying their eggs and things, and for 2 years I've gone with this method and I haven't had thrips, I haven't had mites. I've had a few fungus issues and I take care of them with the hydrogen peroxide. I haven't had to use any poisons, and I will admit I've had to use Miracle-Gro lately, just, well, from a financial point, it's what I had here. But other than that, no chemicals whatsoever. And I'm going to show you the process that I go through, what I look for, because we're going to be looking for fungus. Usually I look for it underneath a microscope. I can see that little mold spore. I can see if something looks like an egg sac, and I'll just go ahead and treat everything. But as we're going into fall, the humidity level kind of comes and goes more than being solid. And the house, the temperature fluctuates more because the air conditioner isn't going on solid, you know, because it's not hot anymore. So some days it kind of feels muggy to me in here, even though I run a dehumidifier. And then some days it's cold and kind of crisp and, ooh, you know, the plants are a little bit dry. It changes so much. It fluctuates completely. So I want to look at my plants and see how they're doing with it. And I'm going to show you some of the tests I do. And again, I just really want to emphasize that for a little bit of money, bottle of hydrogen peroxide, I can't tell you how long a bottle lasts me. I'll have to see when the last time is that I bought 3 bottles. I usually buy 3 at a time. And alcohol. I stopped watching some of the people that I've been watching with their plants lately. Even though I really like them and I value what they have to say, it's because they always want to pull out the big guns. For spider mites, this will take care of your problem with spider mites. For thrips even. I had a really bad case of thrips for a year. And a little bit of knowledge I got out of a grower I knew at a barbecue, I got rid of all of my thrips, and I haven't had them since, and it's been 2 years, and my plants are healthy, they're happy, and that's all that I use. I don't see any reason other than laziness or not understanding what your plants need, a reason to have to use poisons, especially inside of the house with your animals and your children. I just, I don't understand why a person wouldn't go with the easiest on the environment and the easiest on their health and what's going to benefit their plants. Here, let me show you a few things. Trying to get you a good picture here. The hydrogen peroxide and the alcohol takes care of spiders even. I had some in, because, oh, you should see the spiders that come in to eat the thrips. It's a natural predator. They look like small tarantulas. And unfortunately, it was in the soil when I poured all the alcohol and peroxide water into the soil, and it fries them. I felt terribly guilty. I found their little carcasses. I felt terrible. There was like 3 of them, all the same. Let me show you what hydrogen peroxide does to the skin. Now, it's going to take me a little while here. I don't know, maybe I could sit here and talk forever. I'm never sure. But, after a while, it'll start to actually hurt. And then you just use water and wash it off, and it stops doing that. But it has a cycle that it goes through, and it does this to all those little vertebrate creatures and mites and things. And it also takes care of all the molds and funguses. Yeah, I didn't think about how long I'd have to stand here. But you know, I'm pretty impassioned about this. Oh, well, you know what I guess I'll do? I just won't wash off my finger. And then what I'm going to do is show you the test that I do on my soil to see if I have any kind of fungus issue in there while we're waiting. So I'm going to take my finger away. I'm not going to pour anything else on it. Oh, you can already see it's starting to turn white. Yeah, so we'll just leave it over here so you know I'm not lying to you. I don't know why you think I would, but anyway. What I do when I go buy a soil, a lot of times, not just this time of year, is I just pour a little bit of peroxide on the soil. And I look to see if anything is bubbling. Thanks to my perlite there, I have ran out of fungus gnats. Now I don't see that it has any issues. And believe me, they really start to bubble. So that's good. What I'm going to show you is how I mix my solutions. We're going to wash off the plant and we're going to douse the soil with my solution. Is it getting white yet? Okay. We're going to douse my stuff with its solution, and we're going to set this off to having a fantastic winter season. And when it comes out in the springtime, which it never really gets that cold in my house, only 55 is a low. So it never really knows that it goes through winter, really. But it'll have better chance of success. I'm not going to wipe my finger off, I promise, or put anything else on there. Okay, see, same finger still. We're not even going to get it wet. Okay, I'm just going to put in the teaspoon of peroxide. Too much is a really bad thing, so 1 teaspoon's fine. Oh, and I got more of it on my fingers, so yeah, but we're only interested in this one right now. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of alcohol. This is a half of a gallon. And I use purified water. This is the same solution I'm going to clean my plants with. This is the same solution that I use like when I water my little fairy garden and things. All the solutions that I use have the same ratio. As well as my spray. I forgot about my spray. They all have the same ratio of alcohol, peroxide, and water. Yeah, it's blinking, letting me know. I've had a lot of sediment in my water lately that it's time to change my filter. Wonderful, wonderful. It still hasn't happened yet. Well, it should. Before we're done, it should show some signs of being all white and oxidated. And it starts to burn after a while. Anyway, for right now, we're not going to get that hand wet. We'll get this hand wet. This will not hurt you, by the way. If anything, it might sterilize your hands some. Let me get this other one out the picture. Okay. Now, I also like to saturate the plant. It's the same solution. I think my finger's going to end up getting a little bit wet here. Hope not. But, yeah, I'd like to try and get in all those little crevices. And yeah, this is just an old cloth. I just like to gently wash them. They appreciate this. It helps them with their photosynthesis. They need to breathe too. I'm surprised that they don't sell like Pledge. You know how you always are going around and polishing your furniture. I'm surprised they don't have a healthy plant polish like that. You know, we'll see what it looks like at the end. I'm really wishing that it would show something by now, but I can't keep trying to guard that while I'm trying to show you how to do this. I'm trying though. But you could do it at home as a little experiment. Just pour it on your finger and see what it does to your finger. That's what it does to bugs and spiders and everything. So what I want to show you here is I like to take care of all the dead stuff because something will come to eat it. So I'm going to take away the things that look dead. My leaves look good, just that there. It's best to use scissors. Oh wow, that goes deep. Yeah, that was dead. That attracts in thrips and things that want to come and eat it, plus funguses and things, because you know that's how nature works. Nature will always find a way to take back. So what I'm going to do is fill it up, because I'm going to treat the soil. And you'll have to pardon some of my stuff. I've been doing this, you know, for a couple of days. I got a lot of plants, but I don't want it to overflow. If it would have had an issue and it would have bubbled, then I would have taken it and put it in the bathtub and soaked it really well. But here it's got a self-watering pot, so we're just going to give it a little bit. Well, I like to try to hit it up on all areas. Oh, see, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really glad I found this. I wouldn't necessarily have noticed this if I wasn't looking, you know, this closely. But this time of year, I look at everything. But that was a dead, that was part of its friend or something. And it had died off. And so all of this would have ended up molding in there. Rotting in there. So, really glad I saw that. Yeah, both those tags are for the same plant, but its friend isn't with us any longer. I don't know, I just like to treat everything. Now it's more set for success, but we're going to let it sit in here for just a little bit because I like to kill all the bacteria and anything I possibly can that could come out the bottom. I had one plant sit here. I should have done, oh gosh, I should have done it for you. The water was looking foamy underneath it. It was disturbing, but it was happy for me to see that it was there instead of finding it later. I blame that, by the way, on the cocoa core pods I was using. That's been a huge problem because they have to disintegrate, you know. And when I'm having my problems with fungus gnats, those are the plants that they're diving into and being so happy in, is the plants that I use to sprout my seedlings in the cocoa core seed pods. But yeah, I'm going to do it differently this time. So this is a bromeliad, and we're going to, oh, she's almost too big to fit in the screen there. Ah, she should be proud. I am proud of her. She needs a little bit of help here. I've learned a lot about these, by the way. Oh, I've been watching a lot of plant shows. That's why I'm a little irritated about the poisons and stuff. Because these people are good at what they do. But to want to use poison so freely just bothers me to my core. But these ones here, I thought there was something wrong with me, that it wasn't, you know, it's not getting as much light as it should be, but it's doing its normal plant process. You just have to be patient. I think it's been 2 years since I separated him out from the mother plant. And I was thinking there was something wrong because I didn't have any pups, they call them pups, coming out the sides that I could separate again. Oh, shouldn't have pulled on that. But no, it's just a slow process, and he'll start changing more color when he gets good lighting in the middle of him. So if you remember my cosmic cactus, and I was so worried about him getting enough light in the middle because he was sprayed with that fluorescent spray, I'm going to treat her in the same way. And I'm going to let her be right underneath the light and see if that doesn't help her with her process. Now you could see she's got a lot of damaged leaves and things. So we're going to trim her up a little bit too. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, I would just love, I mean really love it one day if I could be in a place where the plants that I love so much naturally grow. If I wouldn't be too afraid of the big spiders. Yep. And any kind of crocodile or alligator thing, you know. But can you just imagine this in the jungles or wherever it comes from? Where does it come from? Huh. Yeah, it doesn't say. Oh, that's a shame. Because that other plant I was working on, I call it a croton. Well, that's what it is called. But that one's called a firecracker. That's from South India. Ooh, I found out another interesting thing I don't know if you knew. Do you know that Indonesia was made up of volcanic, those islands are all from volcanic eruptions? That's amazing if you think about it, how life will continue to go on and it'll repopulate and everything. You know, with the vegetation and all. I just find that kind of stuff to be interesting. Geology. Oh, we might have an issue there. We'll see, we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna make sure we get it all clean first. Now, what I just sprayed all over them, if there's anything that's come in and laid eggs on its leaves or under the leaves, well, we're just wiping that right out. So we're taking care of the plant from the leaves to the soil to the roots. We're giving it the best possible chance at survival. So here, I want to hit this real quickly here because it just looks to me like there might be an issue in there. Sorry. Oh, yes, yes, yes. See that? Do you see it foaming in there? Here, let me do it again. I sure the heck hope you saw that. Yeah, I don't know how to make it any more clear there. I'm going to do it this way. Because we're going to have to battle this anyway. You see that? It's got a fungus issue. Gosh, is that disturbing. But we found it, see? So it's not so terribly disturbing. So we're going to go ahead and treat the plant. We're going to give it a haircut too. So I'm going to do that quickly here. You know, I try to cut it to where, yeah, it's in a similar shape to where it was before. Okay, I'm back. So we're gonna go ahead and take this other little fella out. I don't think that he's gonna do anything remarkable for you to see by the time the film is out, but I'll just leave him on the table instead of putting him back, because I need to put this puppy in here. And see, with these plants, you water them from the very middle. I've picked plants that are different from one another, so I could show you no matter what kind of plant it is, the care that you can use and the preventative care is the same. So we're going to hit this and look at it a little bit more closely real quickly, just to see how bad the damage is here, because I'm hoping it's not going to fizzle all the way up from the inside here too. That'd be a really bad sign. And it is. A little bit there. A little bit there. Shoot. That's alright though. We can fix it. These plants, you're not supposed to water them a whole bunch in here. You're supposed to water them directly in here, just like I did with the water or the spray. We're going to do all of it right now, because we're going to take care of it from the top down. Ooh, gosh, it really is fizzling away there. Yeah, that's... Oh. Like I said, if you can come in and find all these little issues before they become a bigger issue for you, I don't know what that is. It felt unpleasant. Well, everything should be feeling unpleasant right now if it's all, yuck. So I want to make sure I get in all these little crevices and maybe clean her out a little bit there. Maybe she's got some debris stuck in there. I just take my little handy dandy, yeah, my fingers are all dirty, little bottle, squirt bottle here. It gets into crevices well for you. Sprays won't always do it. Saturating the plant won't always do it. But I find if you're inventive, you'll find a way to get in there. So we want to treat it all over. There. There. Because if it rots, the whole plant will die. Yeah, every time I get really upset like that, because I do, all of a sudden my heart will start to feel like it's relaxing and getting, oh, I don't know, happy hormones going through it. It's because I'm just grateful at this point that I found this before it took out my plant. Or any other plants that were next to it too. So what I'm going to do is just let it sit here in this solution. There's not a whole lot in the bottom, but it's a self-watering pot. I'm just going to let it sit here. You won't see a great difference in it. Maybe by my next update, maybe. But you won't really see. See, I'm wondering if that's why it had these weird spots on it. Anyway, you'll see it as time goes on. It'll look happier and healthier. We need to move on. Oh my, yeah, she got a lot larger than I thought. She doesn't fit in the frame anymore either. Oh, but you need to see. You need to see a few things here. I don't know what's up with this plant, because it just keeps growing new ones at the bottom. Yeah, I didn't reroot this or anything. And usually you cut the plant to make more plants, but yeah, I got a little baby one growing there. She has some color, you know. Personality there. I really love her. Let's see if you can see the top here. Oh yeah, she's got a new one coming on for me. And she's reaching a point where I'm either going to have to cut her and make other plants from her, or get her an extension. And I thought of making other plants with her because she's, I don't know, a little awkward looking in a way. I don't know. So let's spray her down. These plants are so resilient. It's like growing a weed. Anyway, I want to see its soil. I didn't see the same reaction at all. See, I water it with a little bit of peroxide though every time I water it. But this isn't an arid soil. Bulky soil, and it doesn't hold on to a lot of moisture. And even this little moss bowl, I even use peroxide in that water. I water it from the top here. Shoot. Woohoo! Yeah. I'll put a Gatorade bottle upside down in there and let it water itself, and then it retains the moisture in there. See all these little, you see all those little roots? Here, let me see if I can point them out. Let me see, do you see that? These. Yeah, do you know how many plants I can make? Look at all the little roots on there. Anyway, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I just want to make sure that it too gets through the season. I'll go ahead and give her some water from up top here. It's no good for me to, yeah, it just kind of trickles down like a little waterfall. It's no good for me to treat one thing and not all, because one thing can be harboring everything. Oh good, I'm not seeing any bubbling whatsoever. I'm really glad to hear it. I am. This is one of my favorite plants. Well, I don't know that there's a plant that I actually don't like. Oh, give me time. It was just dead stuff. Dead weight. It'll kill you. So... alright then, I think this one looks good too. I just want to pull one other kind of plant out. Yeah, this is my baby Spidey. And this one, I just have sitting in this container actually. You see that? Okay. I find they do better, mind you, if I have them in a clay pot. And I just soak the clay pot like I do for my succulents and cactus and Christmas cactus, Thanksgiving cactus. They're very happy with it. So he's going to get soaked today anyway. He looks a little dry, doesn't he? I think he does. So, oops. Maybe one of these days I'll have one of those cameras you wear on your forehead. Maybe we wouldn't be having all these problems knocking into the camera. But I want to give you the best visuals possible, because I want you to believe in me that way, and just believe in yourself. and pick up the peroxide and alcohol, give it a try, and see if you don't have better luck than you've had before, if your plants don't look healthier than they've ever looked before. Okay, now I'm going to want to hit all their babies up. Since I moved it into a clay pot, it was struggling. And since I've moved it into this clay pot, it's given me all these babies. That's a lot, actually, because it's only been like a year it's been in here. So there's two in here though. There's an all green one, and the other one is white and green. Oh, it looks dehydrated. It looks how I feel these days. Well, I get more dehydrated in the fall for some weird reason. You'd think it would be in the summer. So we're going to give it a little bit of a wipe down here. But yeah, I'm going to have to treat it a little bit differently. Oh, hey, this is kind of interesting. If it's a... Oh, because I have the all green ones, and I thought it... Oh, I thought it had a... Oh, yeah, I thought it was on the same thing. I thought maybe they crossbred, but no, they didn't. Their babies just look slightly different. Each one of these is a plant, you know. So we're going to hit it with the hydrogen peroxide spray. Well, I'm going to hit it with hydrogen peroxide in general. Let me see if I can show you closer. Oh, it's sitting on itself. Okay, let's see if you can see in there. Can you? Okay. Let's see what happens here with the soil. Oh, do you see that? And it was dry looking too. Do you see that? Well, here, let me give it a little bit more water, and boy, will you ever see it. See? So, yeah, this time of year, things change so fast. If you don't look, you won't know. You will never know what's wrong with your plant. So we're going to go ahead, since he soaks anyway, we're going to soak him in the solution. It will not hurt him. We're going to treat him from the top down. Ooh, look at that go. Shoot. See that foam like that? It's disturbing. It is disturbing. I'm just going to tidy him up some, and I'll let you watch him for a bit before I close this out, because I just have leafier plants. It's just the same basic care. They're just bigger leaves to wipe off. But I'm hoping that he'll show some difference by the time my video's over. Look at that water foam. Yeah, that's disturbing. Okay, it's going to be a long time for this plant. And I'm going to show you a picture of the plant before I close this out. But see how it's starting to whiten there? But it'll start to hurt after a while. And I'm not going to let it go that far. I think maybe I should have used more or let it sit on there longer. But you see, it pretty much just sterilizes everything, takes everything out. And it'll take out the spiders, and it'll take out the spider mites and anything else that you've got going on, and the funguses and the molds. And hopefully, I keep calling them he, but there's 2 of them in there at least, so hopefully they will show you, sorry about that, will show you a difference. And if they don't by today, they definitely will by the time I do my next update. He'll look much happier, and he won't have that fungus going on. Well, does he look better to you? Yeah, I gotta keep moving on. I got a lot of other plants depending on me, and since I found these issues, I want to make sure I address them as well. But he looks more hydrated to me, at least. And he should do a lot better. So, you know, all the plants pretty much look the same. I'm pretty sure they do, but their fungus issues should be resolved. So, yeah, he looks good. I was looking at some of my videos I've done over the past year, and I'm not happy about the visuals. I'm trying to work on that. So, oh, he got his little foot stuck. He looks pretty good, too. So, hopefully, yeah, when you see them, when I do my review for the month, they'll be looking just as healthy, if not healthier and happier. So you guys have yourselves a lovely day, and I will as well. And do me a favor, you know, I appreciate your support and everything. I really do. But I appreciate hearing from people more when they tell me, oh my gosh, you know, the plant I've been having so much problems with. I use the hydrogen peroxide spray and alcohol, and it's doing much better. I have a few people that actually say stuff like that to me, and it makes me feel really good. So, you know, that's what I would like for you to do for me, if you could, before you spend the money on other things as far as poisons and things are concerned. It's not necessary. So, yeah, that's all I ask of you. Anyway, you have yourself a lovely day, a lovely holiday season coming up. You guys just have yourselves a lovely day. I almost told you to have a Merry Christmas. Yeah, I'm really far ahead on my cooking channel. So far ahead that Christmas is like in the next week of my videos. And so, yeah, I'm telling people to have a lovely holiday season when it isn't even holiday yet. Anyway, have yourself a wonderful September. I'll talk to you later. Bye.